Hello, everyone. This is Julie HR, and today is February the 17th, 2025. Welcome to my weekly HR education weekly update. We'll be going over weekly HR news, trends, and compliance dates, and so much more. So let's get started. I am super excited about this particular video. It's one that you simply cannot afford to miss, especially towards the end. It will empower you with a lot of great information. So just wanted to put that out there. I also wanted to say, I can't believe it's our 9th weekly update, and we are doing great as we go along in 2025. I'm so proud of everyone. And I'm going to start with this quote. We need to shift our thinking from what HR does to what HR delivers. Capabilities that make the organization unique, competitive, and resilient. And you HR leaders, you are those individuals. You bring that value that's unique, that's competitive and resilient. If you weren't, you would not be watching this video and doing all the things I know that you're doing. So proud of you. Okay, so what we're going to do, first we're going to go over last week's recap. We're going to look quickly at upcoming compliance dates, look at state law updates. We'll go over the executive orders quickly. It won't take too long. We're going to have employee engagement updates. It's my favorite module. We're going to go over my feature template. And lastly, we're going to have a weekly hands-on exercise. It's going to be called ChatGPT for HR. It's a weekly challenge. We're going to do it together. And I'm super excited for those who have not taken the jump into understanding ChatGPT, because this will save you time, make you more efficient. So I'm going to show you a couple things with that. So let's take a look at last week. Okay, so last week we reviewed compliance dates. We spoke to the H-1B visa registration for fiscal year 2026. That's March 7th. We'll mention that again in a second. We also went over the new administrative executive orders by topic, and here are all the titles. We'll be looking at these again, but in a little bit more depth, and it will also specify who is impacted and whatnot. I don't want us to get off track with this. We also discussed employee engagement, and we reviewed the employee engagement calendar, which is on my Etsy site. And we also discussed a Harvard Business Review study that revealed that companies fostering effective teamwork experience high levels of employee engagement. And employee engagement is opening many doors in this day and age. And one of the templates that I provided was the Teamwork Discovery Worksheet. We also reviewed the upcoming developments across the states, the upcoming minimum wage increases, and paid sick leave enactments. And we'll do that again this week. We also looked at the January job numbers report, and we also looked at a featured template called the Time Management Workbook, where we took a dive into the Eisenhower matrix with tasks, and which will empower you to put your tasks in an order that enhances your productivity. So let's keep going. Upcoming compliance dates. I moved January on out. Here's February. So right now, as we look at our HR compliance of key dates, we are Happy President's Day, everyone. Today's President's Day. And Form 1099 miscellaneous, ACA forms, paper filing deadline, including Forms 1095 and 1095C. And then you can read those too. but also take a look at the key dates coming up for March. That includes, don't forget, National Employee Appreciation Day and the OSHA Form 300A injury filing due. As we look at the state developments, let's take a look. New York, February 19th, that's in 2 days. New York warehouse worker injury reduction training and staffing requirements take place. And then we have Michigan reinstates voter-initiated paid sick leave law. Michigan minimum wage increases to $12.48. Minnesota establishes independent contractor tests for construction workers. And that goes on into March. So take a look at that and also my PowerPoint. Okay. Also, compliance is not going to be complete if we do not go continually over the executive orders that are being given out by the current administration. We've discussed, here are the topics, here are the executive order, title, the date that it went out, the employers who are affected, and I'm going to move this. If it messes me up, I'll have to come back, and it did, and I'm going to go right back to there. Perfect. And the key implications. And I also, as you'll note, there is a red arrow to artificial intelligence because I see some things on the horizon that are good for HR individuals who they need to embrace. Okay, so artificial intelligence, removing barriers to American leadership. Who's affected? All employers. Mandates pilot programs, requires ethical AI integration, robust data security, and transparent reporting. We're waiting on some direction on that. DEI, we hear it in the news every single day. Federal contractors, ending racial and wasteful government programs. Contractors must revive DEI practices to our merit-based processes, may influence private sector policies. Also look at your communications over the past couple of years, just in case a government auditor were to come in. You want to make sure that things are up to speed and up to par. Also, we have DEI and affirmative action, ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity. This affects federal contractors. Affirmative action, all employees. It's DEI. It shifts the focus from affirmative action to merit-based opportunities. You're going to want to use that word, merit-based opportunities, in a lot of your documents. It's going to impact DEI initiatives across both public and private sector. Discrimination and harassment. I know that there are some court cases that are in the air with regards to this. Redefines gender policies, updates required for anti-discrimination training and reporting protocols. So that affects all employers, potentially. Immigration, we have 4 immigration ones. Protecting the American vision, people against invasion. It tightens background checks and employee verification processes. If you guys don't have E-Verify within your organization, go ahead, make sure you have E-Verify so when you do a background check, you'll know that person is good to go. Also, don't forget to do your I-9 audit if you haven't already done. We've been talking about that for 8 weeks. So I-9 audit. Immigration imposes stricter immigration, protecting the meaning and value of American citizenship. All employers, especially those with temporary employment-based visas, imposes stricter citizenship criteria, potential delays, and heightened scrutiny in visa processing and international recruitment. And as mentioned, March 7th is the day when it's open to put in new possible H-1B individuals for the 2026 fiscal year. Also, immigration, again, all employers, especially those with temporary employment-based visas, heightened security measures and documentation requirements. affects employers. There's the word employers, relying on temporary visa workers. I also want to make sure, if you already haven't, I know we've talked about this for 8 weeks, 7 weeks, make sure that you know and you have a plan in place that if an ICE agent arrives at your organization, you know what to look for, you know what kind of warrant you have to ask for, and you need to see that warrant with that judge's name on it. I also want to ensure that you have a plan and how to deal with an ICE agent. If you don't, you can go back and look at some of my other videos, and I'll be happy to help you. And also immigration, securing our borders. And this speaks to employers who are here under certain humanitarian parole. So it enhances border security and requires more rigorous verification. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. Any questions, let me know. My favorite module, I love it. Employee engagement focus. Here is the employee engagement calendar that is on my Etsy site. What are we doing? We are celebrating connections. That is our theme of February. February 20th is Love Your Pet Day. So HR creative geniuses, go ahead and start thinking of some cool things you can do in your organization. March is Employee Appreciation Month, and March 7th is Employee Appreciation Day. And in this employee engagement focus, I'm going to give you guys an engagement challenge. What I want you to do is going to be called the Employee Driven Improvement Challenge. And therefore, the prompt is, I want you as an HR leader to invite employees to propose one process improvement each month, no matter how small, and then feature these ideas within a team meeting and encourage managers to pilot at least one. So that's going to drive employee engagement when employees are able to propose a small improvement. I know you may or may not have a suggestion box, but this is a great idea, and this would be a great way to start off the week or a team meeting. Also wanted to read this quote. In times of transformation, organizations that fully engage their workforce are 2.6 times more likely to achieve successful outcomes. I want you guys to think about these quotes and remember that employee engagement is key. I also want to talk about a trend that's coming around. Obviously it's been in the works. We are in the time where it's a continuous feedback cultures. Many organizations are now using frequent pulse surveys, real-time feedback tools, and regular one-on-ones. This constant dialogue fosters growth and helps employees feel heard. And if you haven't already purchased it or taken a look at it, here is a manager one-on-one meeting agenda. It is my number one seller on my Etsy store. I've sold over like 300, 400. It's great. Use with your employees. It's a Word document, Excel sheets, and docs. Love it. Employee engagement. Keep it up, guys. Okay, the feature template this week is an individual development plan. Why? Well, trending in this day and age, personalized employee experience, tailoring career development, learning opportunities, and recognition programs to individual needs is incredibly popular. So here's my individual development plan. 1, 2, 3. 3 development goals. Development goal 1, development goal 2, and then there's another page, development goal 3. But I go a little bit further. I'm just not, with the Etsy store, going to give you a template that's blank. With this individual development plan, I also provide you an example. And for those that who perhaps have never filled out an individual development plan, or perhaps you're a student and you're just learning, or you're just learning period as a brand new HR admin, I want you to take a look at this, and because it provides you with an example filled out in its entirety. So I'm going to actually take a look at this with you. Make it a little larger. And this is for a front desk receptionist individual. Here are her development goals: enhance customer service skills, improve organizational and time management, develop leadership and mentoring skills. And then for each individual development goal, you have the tactic for development, the assignment, the tasks required, and the timeframes. And you want to work with the employee. As the manager, you want to work with the employee as they develop these goals, okay? When employees, I'm sure many of you are very well versed in performance management. When employees are allowed to create their own goals, that gives them a sense of empowerment and things that they want to work towards. So let the employees take the lead in filling out this form, and then you guys get together and hash it out and make it a wonderful, wonderful plan for them. There's development goal 3, but additional development specifics: what additional support or resources are going to be needed to achieve the employee's goals? How will it be provided? So there you go, bam. How often will the employee and manager meet to discuss progress? List any upcoming dates. Do this. It's not going to take you that long. The impact of taking the time to work with your employees on their goals in life, in their career, cannot be understated. You will be empowering them, and there'll be some game-changing wins if you implement this. So super excited to show that featured template. Okay, so we're going to go back to the PowerPoint. I'm going to have to go through all of the ones again, so hold on just a second. I'm so sorry. Lots of great templates. I hope these ideas help you guys become the best HR individuals that you can be, whether you're starting out on your career or you're already at the top. Okay, this is what we've waited for, and I'm doing this real time as I'm creating this PowerPoint. And you know what? We'll see what's going to happen, but I hope this helps you. ChatGPT for HR, it's our weekly challenge. Job description creation and interview question generation. So what am I going to do? Let's head on over to ChatGPT. Okay, I'm in ChatGPT Mini High, but there's also the free version, and then there's ChatGPT 4. There's so many. This particular weekly challenge is going to involve job descriptions. So let's get our heads around job descriptions. Okay. I'm wanting ChatGPT to be my little HR assistant today because I do not have time to update the description to the way that I really want it to be. So number one, I'm going to put a prompt in here. Number one, I'm going to tell ChatGPT, you are an HR expert with specific knowledge in creating and enhancing job descriptions for executive roles. What else? please, I'm going to use a CFO job description. Please rewrite the following CFO job description for a company that values, you probably put what does your company value? I'm going to say strategic financial leadership in this role, innovation, and operational excellence. What else? The more specific we are with our prompts, the better outcome we are going to get. Let's see. Be sure to key on key responsibilities, required skills, and the importance of financial strategy and team leadership. That sounds good. Mine are usually not that long, but I really want everyone to know that being specific, telling ChatGPT you are an HR expert, you have this specific knowledge, is really going to provide you with some really good stuff. You may want to talk about the format. You may want to talk about bulleting. Be sure there are sections and there are bullets. Separate essential responsibilities from preferred qualifications. Messed it up. Ensure that the language, we're probably, if I'm putting it up for a CFO, it's more than likely I may be using this for an actual job board. Ensure the language is engaging and clear. Here is the current template. I'm going to go here, and I'm doing this real time, guys. I'm going to copy this. This is a job description template. Bam, 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 bam. I'm going to go copy. Or what I could have done, and I may actually just upload it, but you know what? I'm just going to, you can Control V. They can do it that way too. You can put it in there or you can upload it. You've been specific. Rewrite it, what it values. You may want to put your mission, your vision. You want bullets. Let's see what they come up with. Wish I had some music to play for everyone. So ChatGPT is rewriting the job description. It's thinking. You can see it thinking. Chief Financial Officer. The Chief Financial Officer is a strategic leader responsible for driving financial innovation and operational excellence across the organization. Okay, it listened to my prompts. Bullets, yes. Essential responsibilities, bam, bam, bam. Team leadership. Check. Required skills and abilities. Those are the required skills and abilities. Education, certifications, experience. I even asked them about preferred qualifications. It's always nice to say very, very good. I'm going to say excellent. What additional enhancements would you suggest? And this is just a question I'm asking them. It's just a back and forth. Just pretend this person is your assistant. Yep, here are some additional enhancements to consider. Company culture and vision. I just mentioned that a little while ago. Compensation and benefits transparency, performance metrics. Okay, strategic projects. DEI is not something that we'll be using. Let's see, global. So definitely this ChatGPT mini has given me some very good ideas, but I am going to use their brand new, this one right here. I'm going to use this job description. Okay. Okay, guys, next, what were we doing? We were going to create an interview question generation. We're going to do that. That's also going to be our another weekly challenge. So we're going to go back into ChatGPT. We're not going to incorporate any of that right now. And let's say we want some interview questions. You got to tell it again. You are an HR expert with extensive knowledge in behavioral and situational interviewing. Please provide, I'm going to say, let's see, 10, let's say 15, provide a mix of behavioral interviewing questions. I'd like 15. Let's see. Please, it might help if I give it, please see the job description. See, they're going to be creating behavioral and situational interviewing questions based on this upgraded and enhanced job description. Please see this job description. So there, I copied the one that I just got. Okay, let's see what we have. See, it's going to come up with some questions, but are the questions going to be what we need? I don't know. Okay, behavioral interview questions, strategic financial leadership, operational excellence. Tell me about a time when you developed a financial strategy that significantly impacted your organization's growth. What steps did you take and what were the results? So there's the behavioral interview questions, and here are the situational ones. Adapting to change, implementing new systems. That looks good just right off the cuff. Let's see. I'm just going to ask one last question. Please explain why each of the questions effectively assess, because we want to get the best talent, assesses the key competencies of this CFO role. So it's thinking. Okay, so it's given us the question, why it works. It's asking for results. operational excellence, process improvement, innovation, impact. It tells you why it was asking those particular questions up there. And that's pretty powerful. And you could actually use this and just so it'll allow you to hear and look for things when you listen to that particular interviewee's answers. So with that being said, big cheers to everyone. I wanted to show you guys how to use ChatGPT. And we're going to go back to right here. I'm not going to do that. So we had the job description creation and interview question generation. So what are some takeaways? This is our first week of doing this, and I'm very proud that you guys are going to go and you're going to do this within your organizations, okay? See what you can come up with. Some takeaways are the importance of detailed prompts, the value of iterative refining. If you don't like it, if you didn't like the lineup, the style, the bullets, it didn't mention the mission, you can go back and ask it. You want to ensure the final job description aligns with legal and organizational guidelines, and alignment needs to be critical, especially with those job interview questions. You want to have the competencies and the questions, and you want a behavioral or situational question to ensure that that CFO is a good fit for the company. And with that being said, that is our ChatGPT for HR. You're going to see me do this a lot. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a lot, not just within Monday's weekly recap, but also on this YouTube channel. So you're going to want to, I'll just go ahead and click here. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notifications button, because I really want to be able to show you some other things that ChatGPT does. I mean, I actually had a list of like 25 things, but I'm like, I cannot take the time to do all of that. So I'm so proud of you guys this week. You've got a lot on your plate. A lot of you don't have to go to work today, which is fantastic. So it'll give you time to look at this, look at the laws, think about employee engagement. Just really put your emphasis on your employees. Start being that visionary. I'm not a mind reader or anything like that, but I have a feeling that down the line, there's going to be a time where you're going to have to come up with a program in your organization around AI. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to encompass, but I'm hoping I'm giving you some ideas and giving you some insights to make you the best HR professional you can be. I want you to have a great week and have a great day off. Don't forget to subscribe and also check out my Etsy shop. It's got a lot of things. Do not recreate the wheel. Thanks so much.